Daniel was mentioning there, because, through our evidence sessions over the last few weeks, Solace, COSLA, SIPFA, NHS, Health and Social Care Alliance and trade unions have all really condemned the approach that's been taken. So it sounds like that it's been rushed in this way because there was a commitment to put this forward in the first year. Would that be correct or not? Because it seems what we've heard so far, it could have been done the other way. We could have had the co-design, and then we could have had a bill that we all understood a lot more coming forward.
I'm not going to reiterate the point I made. If we'd done it the other way, then folks would have said that's not the right way and probably taken umbrage with that as well.
But why would they say it's not the right way? I don't understand that. Because they would have had more detail.
Mr Lumsden, I could just imagine if we had done it the other way that you would have been one of the people who would have said you should have done it the other way around, and the most important thing would be to put the primary legislation in play first before
Minister,
you actually do that.
Because what you've said is we need to get this right.
Absolutely.
But just now, I think we're writing a blank cheque because we don't actually know what's going to be coming further down the line.
So I think in all of this, you've mentioned organisations that, want answers to questions, some of which are questions that cannot be answered because the matters are subject to the co-design. Some of the folks who you have mentioned want no change whatsoever. And that is not an option at all, because we have to ensure, no matter what, that social care is sustainable for the future. Beyond that, what I would say is that many of the stakeholders that you have heard from are folks who obviously have power and have influence and maybe don't want to see that change. I think what you also need to do as a committee, and other committees of this Parliament need to do too in all of this, is listen to the voices of lived experience and the change that they want. Listen to some of the third sector organisations who feel that the system at the moment does not work for them. Listen to those folks that want change. We made a commitment, the government made a commitment in its manifesto to introduce a legislation to establish a national care service. That is what we are embarking on. Now, I'm quite sure that there would be arguments galore, no matter which way round we had chosen to do this. But we need to get on with this. We need to have faith and trust in that co-design process and ensure that people who have not had voices thus far are actually at the table making the decisions about the things that affect them on a day-to-day basis in terms of their care and support.